Thanks, ladies. Yeah, Declan, it'll be very interesting to see how the Badgers respond this week after that surprising loss against BYU.
Absolutely. Always a tough thing to do at night and in Kinnick.
That's right. Well, the Hawks will welcome the Wisconsin Badgers into town for the Big Ten matchup that will likely determine the winner of the Western Division.
We have the Daily Iowans pregame editor Adam Hensley live in the newsroom to tell us how Iowa can bounce back from their embarrassing loss last year at Wisconsin. Adam?
Not pretty. The only thing that went right for Iowa was Josh Jackson, Iowa's corner, who's now not with the team anymore. He had 2 pick sixes, and ironically, his yards he gained on those interception returns, he outgained the offense. The offense only had 66 yards, and it was pretty much an ugly showing. Nothing in the passing game or the running game was working at all.
So where did Iowa exactly go wrong a season ago?
Well, it goes down to it. The offense just couldn't get anything going. And for that to turn around, Iowa really needs to come out like it did against Northern Iowa last week. The Hawkeyes came out fast and scored early. They had 3 scoring drives in the first half, all of which took up at least 10 plays and at least 4 minutes. Against Wisconsin last year, Iowa had 6 straight drives in the first half in which they punted. One of those drives took up 5 plays and 13 yards, and the other 5 were just 3 and outs. So Iowa needs to be able to move the ball and show that it can score with some sort of consistency to be able to compete on Saturday.
So how exactly can Iowa avoid another debacle like a year ago?
Plain and simple, it needs to get things going early. TJ Hawkinson, Nick Easley, Nate Stanley, on Tuesday, all 3 of those guys were in agreement that Iowa needs to get its offense going early. The Hawkeyes' best bet is to get things going through the air. They're a typical ground game team. However, when things go through when the passing game gets going, things open up on the ground game, and Iowa becomes 2-dimensional instead of a 1-dimensional team.
Which Wisconsin player in particular should Iowa focus on?
So Wisconsin's got plenty of guys that can hurt the Hawkeyes. On offense, they have Jonathan Taylor. He's one of the country's best running backs. However, I think the guy Iowa needs to key in on the most is TJ Edwards. Wisconsin runs a 3-4 defense, and he's one of those middle linebackers. This guy's a beast. He had 81 tackles last season, 11 for a loss. And so far, he's part of that Wisconsin defense that's allowing just 13.7 points per game so far in 2018. So I think for Iowa to really get its offense going, like I said, for one of those big keys, stopping TJ Edwards is the #1 priority.
Adam Hensley live in the newsroom. Thanks, Adam.
This weekend, the Iowa field hockey team will travel to Evanston, Illinois for 2 top 25 matchups against Northwestern and the University of California. We spoke with Katie Birch and Coach Salucci to see what they're doing to prepare for the wild weekend.
We're really going to bring it to them. We're going to try to close it down in the first half, like really dictate it. It's going to be a really tough game. We know that. They're going to really bring it to us. They always do. We're just hoping we can bring it even harder and better than they can.
Continue to focus on us and what we're doing well, we need to do even better. And a few things that we probably can clean up. We absolutely have to have cleaned up for this weekend, especially, again, our ability to sustain our attack and clean up our offensive third, just because Northwestern and Cal have great defenses, and we need to be the chances we get, we need to be able to capitalize on.
That's all we have for you in the sports studio. Let's toss it back over to Sydney and Jahisha at the desk.